Danny Zhang. It's been my privilege to represent our owners and to be your auctioneer here today. Also the team from the office are here to help you with your competition. Ryan's Roof, Beth throughout the campaign as well. We've got Mark Lump, Stephen Yan, and Elvis playing somewhere in the crowd. So if you have any questions regarding the property, the paperwork, or some technical advice with your bidding, they are here to help. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we do have two properties for sale, but we're not going to auction them two together. But you're more than welcome to buy one after another. But we'll go just simply with alphabetical order. We'll go with 22A first, and right after the auction of this one, we'll move next door straight away. But the contract sale is pretty much identical except the lot numbers, which means it has been made available to you prior to today's auction. Two parts of contract form the framework of your competition here today. The particular sale, together with both special and general conditions. Attached to that is the vendor statement, which is more commonly known as a Section 32 document that outlines all the relevant information you need to know in terms of becoming a new owner of either property here today. Now, the particular sale reads as follows. The marketing agent for owner here today is Raywire Real Estate, and the property we sell is commonly known to you and I, your neighbours, and also will be known to your Uber Eats delivery driver simply as 22A and 22B here on Elizabeth Street in Bentleigh East. Inclusive in today's sale, all fixed covers, light fittings, window furnishings, everything that's in the permanent nature as inspected, except for one thing. That's this auction board that we're proudly presenting in front of the property, which will be removed a few days after the sale. And the lucky purchaser here today, you have the option of putting on the sold sticker yourselves, and after you sign the contract sale, I'll be more than happy to be your photographer to take a few happy snaps for your Saturday afternoon Facebook, Instagram, or little red book post with the hashtag Happy Home Buyer. Don't worry, we've got two stickers for you. So you pick your choices after the sale. So, ladies and gentlemen, the contract you'll be signing will be unconditional. There is no cooling off period. Now, at the conclusion of today's auction, if you are the successful purchaser, we need two things from you. One is your autograph on the dotted line in the contract sale. Two is 10% deposit, equivalent to whatever the price that you bid up to. And we understand not everyone has a checkbook nowadays. So if you do choose to pay a check, no worries, we'll take your check. But if you do choose the way of transferring, we need $20,000 to be transferred to our trust account upon signing the contract here today. And the balance of that 10%, you can pay it next business day, which is Monday next week. Settlement is flexible, 30, 60, or even 90 days. Pick your tick. No, unless you made an arrangement with the marketing team before the commence of the auction. Very straightforward auction contract, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I need to stress as your auctioneer, it's my duty and responsibility to ensure today's auction is conducted in accordance with the rules or any additional conditions that's made available for inspection prior to today's auction. The rules prohibits making a false bid, prohibits a bidder try to prevent others from bidding, or any disruptive behaviours during the course of the auction, and there are fines for those conducts. Bidders will be indicated upon request by me as the auctioneer. The rules permits vendor bids and terms I will use to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor will be simply vendor bid, and by law only I as the auctioneer here today. Now buyers, if you would like to be the one signing one of these in the next 15 to 20 minutes time, please pay particular attention to the next two rules because they are crucial for your success here today. One, by law, as the auctioneer, I cannot accept any bids or offers that's made after I declare the property sold. So before I knock it down to the successful purchaser here today, I'll simply call it out 3 times, like so. First call, second call, third and final call. And once the property has been knocked down, I can't take any more bids. Plenty of Raywire staff on side. If you don't feel comfortable bidding yourselves, just look for anyone with a yellow tie. They will help you with your bidding. Now lastly, our owner has a reserve price. In the event, if we fall short of that reserve, by law, only the last bidder will have that first opportunity to buy one of those properties at our owner's reserve. So regardless where we are, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be the new owner of one of those properties and you want to be the one signing the contract sale, the only position you want to be is to hold the last bid. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again. Here at 22A and B Elizabeth Street in Bentleigh East. What are we offering you here today If you are looking for a low maintenance, compact lifestyle, but you don't want it to compromise on the living space, on the location, look no further. If you're an investor, try to catch the wave of the rental return so high in this area. We're predicting 1,000 to 1,100 per week as your rental return. This is something you're able to throw on the rental market straight away, or even a week before the settlement to the rental market, because it's ready to rent out. And this is the home we call it you wanted to move in or own it yesterday. In terms of location, there's a second to none. I think the neighbours will testify what a wonderful location this is, because everything that Bentleigh is known for is pretty much right here on your doorstep. The schools, the train station, the shops and cafes. But you know what, guys? You know this already. Just look around you. At 2:05 on a sunny Saturday afternoon, instead of enjoying a cup of coffee near Central Road and near the station, you are here, not because we provide free coffee, because you know this is an opportunity that's too hot or too good to miss. Because you missed out on this one. You're back to square one. You'll get phone calls from us on Monday and Tuesday because we simply don't have another one ready for you to purchase. And imagine at this very hour, 2:07 next Saturday, instead of standing on the curbside or going to another open for inspection, you could well enjoy this kind of weather somewhere else. In a cafe, in a restaurant, in a park with your dogs or your kids, because you've bought your Saturday back today on the 25th of March. And who's going to do that, ladies and gentlemen? It's the time to find out. We'll go to the first one, 22A, Elizabeth Street here in Bentleigh East. Who will start today's auction? A fair, reasonable, even-handed start. In your hands now. At 1.2 to welcome to you to cross the road. Good bid there. At $1,200,000. Let's roll in $20,000 rise from this point. At 1.2 is the call. At $1,200,000. Who's going to take me to 220? At 1.2, your bid, ma'am, at 1.2. At 1.2 is the bid. Where do we go, ladies and gentlemen? At $1,200,000, looking for 20 in the rise. At 1.2, your bid. At $1,200,000, are we all done? At 1.2, yes.
1-1.
What are calling 20?
1.22, yeah.
Hey, 2-2, there's already 1-2-2. 1-3. 1-3. 129, we're rolling tens of 129 and $1,290,000 over there, and also here at 1.29 and $1,290,000. Are we all done?
1.3.
1-3, there you go, sir, at 1-3. At 1-3, I've got another 10, put you back to the driver's seat at 1-3. 10 over 9 at 1-3-1. At 1-3-1, sir. At $1,310,000 against you here and here. At $1,310,000. Are we done? Finished and silent. There you go. You heard the man at $1,310,000. If there's no more advancing, we asked 3-2. A 320 there. A 320. Your competition. At 132 against you, ma'am. At 1320. Also here, opening bidder at $1,320,000. They have the keys.
30, Danny.
133 at 330 over 1, at 40 at 340 over 1, at 1.34 at 340 against you, at 1,300
50,
60 straight back. At 136 at $1,360,000 across the road. They have the keys now at $1,360,000. Are we done? First call. $1,360,000. What do you say, ma'am? 10 or better bid at 136 and $1,360,000. Are we done? Second call. $1,360,000. Make it easy. I'll even take 5 at $1,360,000. At 1.36. 5 at 65, sir. 70 straight back at a 130. 1370. What do you say? At $1,370,000. Are we done? First call. At $1,370,000. Second call. At $1,370,000. 75. See if that works. 71. So,
5.
5 on top.
9.
75. Thought I'd try. 1375. There we go. At $1,375,000. What do you say, man? At 1375 is back to the competition of 1,375,000. Man, you really think you're gonna wait till the second one and give yourself no room to stretch? At 1375, once the gavel hits the contract, the property will be sold. I can't take a late bid at $1,375,000. Let's be there. What do you say? Have 3 calls to think about it. First time at a $1,390,000. Second call at $1,390,000. All finished, all silent at $1,390,000 for the third.
1,000.
91. Just stacking. 131. The 1391.
95.
95. 1395. Twice here at $1,400,000 across the road. They are having the keys at $1,400,000 for the gentlemen. Put your hands together for the new owner. It is sold.